Hi guys, I'm Luke with Iron-Vac Truck Sales, and today we're going to go over how to maintain your septic truck's tank. So we're going to start out by checking all your spring clips. Always make sure your bolts are tight, and make sure your clip itself is tight also. On your front spring clips, you'll always have two large springs. Always make sure your springs are there and intact. Along with saying that, you have dunnage between your tank and your frame, so you always want to make sure that that is tight, and in order to keep that tight, you want to make sure your spring clips are tight. If not, premature wear could happen. Also, another good thing to make sure is always make sure your wing nuts are tight. And another thing, there's a gasket inside this manway. Just bust these wing nuts loose and check for cracks or any deterioration. That's always a good thing to do also. Also make sure that your valves are tight. There's a little nut right here that can get loose over time. It's always good to make sure those are tight and the valve itself is tight. Working up here, you got your sight glasses. This is just kind of to see how much fluid is in the tank. So over time, these will get, corroded and messy in there. You can take these out, clean them, and then go ahead and replace them and make sure they're tight. Up here you have your primary. There's a cage in there with the ball. It's always good to take your primary off and check for debris in there, clean it out, and just go ahead and also check for your seal underneath because that can also over time wear out. Go ahead and put it back in and tighten up your wing nuts. Always make sure your wing nuts are tight. Over here you also have your hose. Always make sure your hose clamps are tight. On other tanks, it will come from your primary down to your pump. Just make sure your hose is tight and the hose clamps. A good weekly check is to always make sure the baffles are cleared out of any type of debris. Always clean them off. Sometimes toilet paper, anything like that can get clogged up in there. If there's any type of sludge at the bottom of the tank, always make sure that's cleaned out. Don't have anything sitting in the bottom for a long period of time because it could wear down the tank basically. So that wraps it up. That was our pumper tip of the week.